He's too good.
We're live.
What's up, chat? How you doing? How you feeling? Hope you're good. My question of the day is, how do you heal an injured back? Because I tweaked my back the other day, and my lower back is in a lot of pain.
Lots of stretching.
That's it. That did not help yesterday.
Icy hot? I don't know.
Yeah, my wife said I should get a heating pad, but I don't think that's gonna help because I think it's
It'll help relieve the pain, I think, but I don't think it actually
maybe.
helps.
Yeah. Which this is years ago. I did the same thing. I've had a similar injury in my back, so my back probably just sucks. But
Sports will do that to you. He will do his Speedo run when it's not 30 degrees in Denver, so maybe in the summer.
It definitely will be in the summer.
And Rudo's trying to postpone it till at least July anyways to see if Mikko just signs here. Because then Eric would be off the hook, so...
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it till summer.
Dude's
and
not
cookies.
Running in a Speedo in 20-degree weather. Come on.
Pish posh. Yeah, I could pick you up some CBD cream.
I don't I think it's nerve pain, so I don't know that would fix it. Ooh, good start. No, not quite.
Maybe one of those do one of the dogs have a tennis ball or a Kong ball? Kong ball would be better.
Yeah, we have some Kong balls. I could try rolling that around on it.
Quick question. Can you hear the bar?
A little bit, but it's fine. I mean, not when you're quiet, I can't hear it. It's fine. Only when you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would like the Avs to own this game a little bit more. Against Philly, they were a little bit content to, at least through the first period, first 25 minutes or so, they weren't pushing the play. They weren't aggressive enough for my liking. And obviously, that game worked out. So, but you'd like to see the Avs take over this game in the first. Yeah, I'm taking some Advil. It is not helped at all. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know anything, but I'm afraid that I pinched a disc or something. I mean, if Mikko re-signed here at all, the league would investigate, but as long as there's no evidence that the Avs did this on purpose, the sense of there was an agreement beforehand for Mikko to come back, then it wouldn't matter. It's a little sketchy from Josh there, but Avs are fine. And it's the same thing happened with Orpik years ago when the Avs traded for Grubauer, right? Washington just wanted to get rid of the contract, so the Avs bought it out, and then Washington ended up signing him back for cheaper, and it was fine because that wasn't Washington's plan. It just worked out that way. So it'd probably be allowed, assuming the Avs didn't try and cheat the system like that, which they definitely didn't, so it's fine. Yeah, like again, it's as long as you didn't collude about it, it's fine.
Collusion. No collusion.
Oh God. Wow, I can't believe that Blackwood got to that. I thought that was a goal against for sure. Great save. The clock is on the stream. Avs have been a little casual with the puck in the offensive zone so far. I'd like to see a little bit more. What's the word? I don't know what the word is. Intent with their puck play offensively. Mac draws a penalty there. You take that. The Avs power play might actually be okay these days. Let's see what they can do. Yeah, I mean, I think the next largest free agent was Stamkos, and then he ended up not going anywhere. He stayed in Tampa. The first time, I mean, obviously not the most recent time. The classic 140 power play start. I still haven't quite figured that part of it out, but it has been better as of late. So hopefully they can keep it rolling. Plus a Makar power play point would be cool. I would like that. All right. Can your second entry attempt be not terrible? Yes, it can. Good idea. Not great execution from Natris there. Nobody really knew where that puck went for a second, but good job by the Avs to recover. Second chance opportunities. Got to make them work on the power play. That's how you take advantage of tired legs. It's a good play. Whoa, sick keep. That's a sick keep from Mac. Now you got him on the ropes here. Don't know if I love that shot selection from Natchez. But I shouldn't be mad about the Avs shooting on the power play. You can live with that. Did that hit post? Yes, it did. Jesus, man. See, I don't mind this bumper play. If you're not overusing it, it's an effective little play. You can throw in there every once in a while. It's just you can't consistently make that the go-to. Second unit gets almost a reasonable amount of time. Maybe they can make something happen. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I had too much indecision with the puck again, and then you settle for some crazy difficult flip pass to the middle. You're not the top unit. You're the second unit. Shoot the puck. All right. So you didn't score on the power play, but it did get you settled into the game a little bit more. See what the next 5 minutes holds. Hand pass. Yeah, yeah. I've never been to Vancouver, but it looks similar to Denver. Like, is it super sprawly? Because Denver has like gigantic suburbia surrounding all of it.
AKA the greater Denver metro area that
Yeah,
encompasses like 8 different cities.
yeah. Aurora, Lakewood, Arvada, Wheat Ridge, Golden, kind of.
And then you got the ones up north, Arvada, Westminster, Thornton, North Glen. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I guess Centennial, kind of
Broomfield, kind
too.
of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the scores have gone pretty well today outside of Winnipeg for the Avs. Winnipeg is going to win. Minnesota lost. The only other games you care about were Vegas losing. And Edmonton is currently losing. I guess you want Calgary to lose too, but they're tied. And Dallas doesn't start until later.
No, there's a bunch of cities in between Denver and the Springs.
I mean, define connect to the Springs, because no, there's still like empty space in between. Yeah, Denver's ridiculously expensive now. It's unfortunate.
Well, and
It's,
it is
it,
crazy that like the Denver metro area is like almost as expensive, if not just a little bit under like Denver. Like you would think it would be a little cheaper to live outside of Denver. No, it doesn't. It's not at all. It's
yeah, I
crazy.
mean, that's why we live as far east as we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty much connected through to Castle Rock now. There's not really any farmland or anything in between anymore. Ooh, almost got that off, Mac. All right. Look like the Avs have some energy here now, so that's good. See if they can start working the puck a little bit better.
Rudo, without doxing yourself, how far out east are you?
I mean, I don't care.
I know
dox
you don't. I
myself.
was just joking. I don't care.
If you know the Denver area, I live at basically E470 and 70. $20 super chat from Seawolf. Thank you very much. Just cuz, let's go, boys. I love it. We can make this a 2-on-1. Third liners, fourth liners, I guess I shouldn't be mad they shot there. You get a shot attempt at least. If that was your top guys, I probably would have liked to see a pass across, but I get it. Bouncing little puck there. That was a little sketchy. Av's gonna have a kill here. Or not? I can't tell. I thought it was a penalty. I generally speaking, it takes me like, depending on traffic, 45 minutes to get downtown. Okay, I guess it wasn't a penalty. That was weird. Not that I'm complaining. I'm glad the Avs aren't killing anything. They won't. I really do think Van should struggle to generate offense tonight with new guys coming into their lineup, and without Quinn Hughes, it's going to be hard for them. Doesn't mean the Avs will win, but I don't expect Vancouver to put up a ridiculous amount of shots or anything. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely cities more expensive than Denver, like the major ones you would think of. I think Pacific Northwest also very, very expensive, but Denver, it's not. Oh, did it go in? No. Okay, I didn't think so, but it's a great play. Just an also awesome save there. Hard to be upset about that one. Really would have liked Nate just to finish it, but I think you just got a great save made on him more than anything. Did it hit post too? I listening muted. I'm pretty sure your goalie got a significant piece of it, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Keaton, man. Come on, dude. Let's see. I think he got part of the glove on it, but maybe it was just clean post. Ugh. So the Avs got 2 posts already in this game. Got to keep working through it. The chances you got aren't going in, create more. It's that easy. I mean, I don't know why we're trying to say anything about Mikko and Carolina. If you're judging any ability 4 games into a trade other than stylistic fit, you're fooling yourself.
I know when we talked to Joey Decord about the goalie camp stuff that they have like Oculus and like different VR training. Do forwards and defensemen have those too?
Not really.
Not
no.
really.
It's a
I think
goalie
that'd be
thing.
interesting.
I'm sure like you could do some stuff with that. I don't know about VR. It'd be hard. It's just so.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It only really works for goalies. Like mechanically, Kiwi almost got to that for a good shorthanded chance there, but he did win the battle, and this is great PKing, pinning the puck
Until we
200
make
feet.
like full blown treadmill harnesses. the
I
whole
mean, even
shebang.
even then, like, there is no, like, with VR. If you're a goaltender, you can, the visuals of pucks being shot in on you are close enough, but there's no replacement for like the feel of stick handling a real puck. If you're,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd be curious. Let me look something up really quick. Probably gonna need a good save, at least one here. Good little sliding play by Josh there. Kept the puck out of the dangerous area. And a good clear. Good PK there. So, looking at individual impacts, statistically, DeHaan has been significantly better on both ends of the puck than Middleton. And Malinsky has been better on the offensive side, but about the same on the defensive side. And Malinsky hasn't been any good on the offensive side, for the record. It's just that Middleton is an absolute black hole on the offensive side of the puck and is okay defensively. Shillington, there's no data because he just hasn't played enough this year, right? The first couple games of Shillington were horrible, but his last game before he got hurt was probably the best game of any of the games played by a bottom pairing D on this team this year. So, ooh, Blackwood square to it. It's fine. He killed the penalty. Just don't give Vancouver momentum here. Get going the right way again, and you're fine. I mean, VR everything is a thing, right? But like, I've played VR golf, and like, it's cool, it's fun, but it's not. It feels significantly different than playing real golf. All right, has bombing away from the blue line now. This hasn't been a terrible first 14 minutes. It hasn't been very interesting. The Avs really have only had dangerous plays on the power play, and then you had one really good chance off the power play that Nate just hit the post on. It's just been pretty low event hockey, to be honest, for both sides too. Like, Vancouver only has 4 shots on goal. It's not like the Avs are getting worked here. Oof, good little cut move by Drury there. All right, this is a good shift from your third line.
Which one, 40 or 25?
What? Oh, was someone talking about Pedersen?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a third one too.
Well, he said E. Pedersen. That's why I was like the two. I know the other one.
Oh, okay, got it. His stick just blew up, right? There's no way they're calling a penalty on that. Now that was a pretty blatant pick from Wood there. Got away with it.
It's Elias and Elias, right? Like it's quite literally
Yeah,
like they're just pronounced differently. Okay.
correct. Yeah. I just don't think there's enough offense there for Drury to actually be your 3C. Like, he's good, but I just don't think there's quite enough scoring.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Yeah, I do think the Avs have been the better team. It's just not by a lot, and they're just not a whole lot has happened this period. Oof. Bedsy slowly moving up the list.
I would be excited for Four Nations if I knew what they were playing for. And the fact that I don't means that they're not playing for anything. And now I'm not excited about it. Play for something. Something cool. Charity. I don't care. Play for something, though. Like, make them want to care about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited in the sense that I'm excited for any hockey. I like watching all sorts of hockey, but I don't think it's a particularly meaningful tournament. I will be many more times excited next year when it's the Olympics. I'll put it to you that way. All right. Last 5 minutes of the period here. Finish strong. You get out of the first 0-0. That's a good road period. You're okay with that. Well, a failed dump in almost worked out, but then Kitty kind of mishandled it. Oh well. I mean, Eric makes a good point about a tournament like this. Like, yeah, the top guys, no shot. They're going full speed at the Four Nations thing. But the guys at the bottom of those lineups, I think they'll be working hard. Ooh, almost a good rebound chance for Mac there. Because the guys at those bottom of the lineup is like, this is a audition for them to get the Olympic team, right? So some of those fourth line dudes or whatever you want to call them at this tournament, you might see them going pretty hard, but the top guys, no chance. That's another post. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Ugh. The Avs have 3 posts. Vancouver has 5 shots on goal. That's how this game is going. Surely karma will allow the Avs to score on this power play, right? Surely. I mean, it's a little soft, but it's a hold. He puts his arm on him and pulls him back. It's happens a lot, but I guess I see where you can make the call. Avs actually won the faceoff, but then immediately turned it over. So the 140 start reigns supreme. Vancouver took away the drop pass there, and the Avs were happy to just get through the neutral zone easy, but didn't generate anything out of it. No, it's not bias. The Avs have been one of the unluckiest teams in the NHL when it comes to luck, or as much as you can quantify luck.
Team which didn't do their job this offseason.
This power play has sucked butt so far. Lecky, shoot it, dude. Come on, man. Shots are 1-0 Vancouver on your power play, Avs. Wake the fuck up. Nice play from McKinnon, but it doesn't matter. Now they're just scrambling, throwing pucks into areas. Terrible, terrible power play. Man, does that suck the wind out of this period for the Avs, too? Unless they score right now, still a chance? Nope. Oh, Vancouver choked the clear. And you dropped it back to a changing defenseman. Okay, cool. God, that sucks, man. The first power play was encouraging, too. They were shooting, or at least the first unit was. And then it was just, they just stopped doing that. Ooh, that was almost a scary pinch. It's a weird pull up from Vancouver there. You got to take that hard to the net. Okay, I don't know how he made any of that work. Miles Wood, you crazy. And now you take a penalty. Tough out here. Tough last 5 minutes of this period for the Avs, man. Yeah, Josh just thought he was going to drop the puck there. And when the puck didn't get dropped, that is interference. The good news is this power play is split, so just get out of the period. Ten seconds here. Make one good play, and you survive the period. All right. Blackwood had to be the one to make the play, but it got made. Period really was fine. Like, it's not that bad of a period for the Avs. Just those last 4 or 5 minutes was really disappointing. It felt like a period the Avs were building to something, and then they just lose all momentum off of a terrible power play. But the score is still 0-0, so can't complain too much. The Avs got to go out and go to work in the second. I'm going to take my break. We'll be back in a bit.
So I go, and then I hear equipment guy Peter Miller screaming, was not very happy, and I'm like, what is going on? And I look around, and he's holding the jersey like this, and he's like, who's the moron that signed this jersey? And then I raise my hand, I look at Peter, I'm like, I'm sorry, like, who's this for? And he's like, it's not for anybody, this is for Yannick Pro. Biggie. Here's my first story of the year. We're going to have some stories like this about some funny moments throughout my career. I don't know why I'm thinking about this particular one today, but I'll tell you one thing. It's my rookie year in LA. We are playing at the old Winnipeg Arena that had the big Queen Elizabeth painting. It was awesome. I love that building. It was so fun to play in there with the passionate fans of Winnipeg. And I'm a rink rat, and I used to always get there so early. Believe it or not, in LA, I actually had the locker room key. Back then was an old lock, and you had to have the key to get in there on the visiting rooms of every building in the NHL. And then we're in Winnipeg on a cold January night, whatever it was. I'm in there, and I walk in there. There's always like things that you see that you know are normal to do. Example, like signings. If it's a practice day, usually there's always stuff to get signed for little brothers or cousins or neighbors, and guys bring it in the room, and it's usually laid out like this, like it's a jersey or whatever it is, or a hat, and there's always a marker next to it. And anyway, so I'm there, and I'm grabbing my coffee, and I'm, whatever, starting to get ready and get organized, and guys are starting to trickle in, and I see this, the beautiful LA Kings jersey, right there laying on the table, right in the middle of the room, next to the gum and the tape, and then all the extra stuff that, don't forget the bullets, Anyway, so I see this jersey, and I'm a nice guy, so I go there, and I grab the marker, and I see this jersey, and I think it's weird because it's a game day. Usually on game days, you don't have things like that, but I don't think about it. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll just sign it. So I signed the front of the jersey with a metallic Sharpie on a nice black LA Kings. Back then, black was road jerseys. So I write my name, and then guys are starting to come in, and next thing you know, there's about, 12, 13, 14 signatures on the jersey, and I go about my other part of my routine before the game, because remember, we're not superstitious. It's just part of the routine. Anyway, so I go, and then I hear this equipment guy, Peter Miller, screaming, was not very happy, and I'm like, what is going on? And I look around, and he's holding the jersey like this, and he's like, who's the moron that signed this jersey? And then I raise my hand, I look at Peter, I'm like, I'm sorry, like, who's this for? And he's like, it's not for anybody, this is for Yannick Pro. It was a call-up that day, and they had gotten that jersey done right there in Winnipeg for him to wear that night. It's his jersey for tonight. So, God, I felt so bad. It's like 6 o'clock at night. The game is warm-ups in like 20 minutes. He's got about 15 signatures everywhere on his jersey on metallic pen. Oh my God! I tell you one thing, I wanted to die. And everybody said, "Who's the one? Who's the first one?" And I couldn't hide. I'm always the first one in the dressing room, so they all knew it was me. So I'm like, "It is me." All you saw was a jersey with black spray paint all over, like the 13, 14 signatures. And I tell you, it was so funny. Everybody was dying, and you could see at face-offs, guys from Winnipeg are looking at they're looking at it like, where'd they find that jersey? You know what I mean? It was the funniest thing. Peter Miller, I apologize. Saw him at the rookie face-off the other day. We were still talking about that crazy pregame in Winnipeg, where it was my fault that we signed actually a game jersey for that night of Yannick Perreault. That was a call-up that night. That was a story with Big E.
Okay, we're live.
So the Avs definitely got the better of the period at 5-on-5. It was really just that last power play that stunted all of their momentum. And obviously, like, penalties for that penalty kill. But at 5-on-5, the Avs controlled possession, way outchanced Vancouver. High danger's 5-1. The Avs just are hitting posts instead of actually scoring goals. Individual stuff, the first and third lines were excellent for the Avs. The second and fourth lines were not very good. And your entire decor somewhere in the middle. Hopefully they can reset. Hopefully they forget about those last 5 minutes and go back to the way they were playing. It's a little slow paced, a little bit low event, but the Avs were getting the better of the play. So if they play like that, they should be fine. As far as the trading thing goes that you guys have been talking about, Brock Nelson is scoring at the exact same rate Casey Middlestat is. If you're trading Middlestat for Nelson, I guess I don't understand why. I don't think you've made your team significantly better. You're just making a trade for the sake of making a trade. If you're getting Brock Nelson alongside Casey Middlestat, like you're not moving Middlestat for him, then I think it's a real conversation. But to trade Middlestat for him just doesn't seem to do anything for Colorado. Yes, Brock Nelson has scored more goals, but actual point totals exactly the same. I guess Nelson has played, what, 2 more games? So on a rate basis, he's scoring like 0.07 points more than Middlestat this year. I mean, in theory, if you're trading for a rental, you don't want to give up any roster assets, right? But realistically, if you're trying to free up cap space, the guy that makes the most sense to trade is probably Miles Wood's deal. I mean, I think the Avs need both of one forward and one defenseman at the deadline. I think they need one of each. I just don't know. Like, do you really want to give up Ross Colton for Brock Nelson? If you're trying to bring in goal scoring, like Colton has what, 13 goals this year, so only 3 less than Nelson. And like, sure, Nelson has scored at a better rate, but if you're trying to make your team significantly better with a trade like that, I just don't think Nelson is the guy you're targeting. Anyway, Avs are killing. A penalty to start the second period here. Probably going to need one save. Unless Vancouver fumbles here. Good block, but couldn't get possession off of it. All right, you got to save. You got dead, tired PKers. Manson out of the box. Can't help them get it out initially. Now you're in an awkward spot. You got 3 defensemen out there. That is going to work out good for the Avs. Vancouver's going to try to get it up ice quick, but Makar was the responsible one, didn't change, so it was back to defend. But you got to help him here because Makar is going to have no legs for the rest of this shift. Everybody else got their change, so should be fine. I guess except for Manson too, but he was fresh from coming out of the box. And Blackwood makes a good freeze. All right. You survived that first start of the period. Now go play some hockey.
Kill him!
I do think USA could beat Canada for sure, especially given their goaltending. I just don't. You should not be giving up roster players for rentals, right? You should be moving picks and prospects for rentals. Giving up roster players for rentals is how you make your team a lot worse, a lot fast. And like, I get it. Sometimes you have to move Cap out, but then you should be moving out Cap from the bottom of your lineup that you're overpaying people for, not Cap to contributing members of your lineup. Yep, it's a late one. I don't know, man. If you've watched Marchand this year, he is. It feels like the cliff has come for that guy. He's not nearly the player that he was 2 years ago. Vancouver doing a good job at their own blue line. All right, reset. Or not. Just give the puck away. Also an option. It's okay. Vancouver sucks at controlling the puck too. What? All right. Good breakout. That worked. And you shot it. I'm okay with that. You get a face off. It's all good. I mean, Druid and Casey have been working well together for a little bit now, so I don't think Bednar wants to move away from it. The Avs. It's interesting because you've put it in a situation where eventually you probably do want to put Natchez down on that second line. Right. And the Avs give up the first goal of the game off of a puck gloved down to himself right in the slot area, and no one is able to make a real play on it on the Avs side. It's not a great rebound to give up, but I don't know. I mean, that's a hard one. A floating puck through midair like that. You kind of have Middlestat beat up the middle, Parson standing there doing nothing, but it's just hard to track a puck like that too. So I don't know. It's not great, but is what it is. Nah, he gloved it down to his stick and put it in. It was a good play by him. Yeah, Blackwood should have done better with the rebound for sure. The rebound just made the whole play awkward, but the rebound never should have popped out the way that it did. So far, the second period has been terrible. The Avs have been stuck in the mud. Clean possession for Belinsky that he just loses. Oh, God, what is that defense? Middleton recovered, I guess, so it's fine, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Now you got to get the next one. And the Avs do not look like they've got any mojo right now. So they got to do something to change the momentum here a little bit. A little bit lucky that rebound couldn't be controlled. The Avs are chasing this play terribly. Now you got Drury without a stick. Good freeze. Yeah, I mean, Vancouver's clearly feeling it and pushing right now.
Chat, Rudo and I were talking about this off air. What's your favorite Mountain Dew variation?
There's so many now.
There's so many. I was saying Voltage is my fave, and then I was reminiscing about the original Game Fuel that was the same color of antifreeze. Rudo mentioned Pitch Black.
I mean, my favorite is just normal Mountain Dew, honestly.
That's why I said variation.
Yeah. Baja Blast is overrated.
Wow.
My favorite flavor of Mountain Dew is Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
What?
Yeah, those were a thing. All right. You got the first commercial break. Can you figure it out and start playing hockey this period, Avs? Why? What? Okay. Not the worst play in the world, I guess, but Avs just don't feel very dangerous right now. Like, they got into the zone clean here, but can they even get off the wall? Not really. They went from one wall to the other wall. They are battling for it, though, but I mean, that's just never in a billion years is a open look from Sam Girard from the blue line going to end up in the net. I mean, I like I said, most of the first period the Avs played fine. It's just they had that terrible power play, and since then the team has gone into the tank. But this is not news. The Avs have always been a very fast team, and Nate just did make them even faster.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic. Okay, I mean, you'll take a dude just falling over. That was a shot of all time. Play was dangerous. The execution on the shot, not so dangerous. Yeah. Good keep. All right. Can you do something with this shift? It's not the worst shot attempt of all time. It's not all that dangerous, but you're looking for a tip. You had bodies there. Slowly doing a little bit better in this period. What is this? That was the biggest mess of a defensive sequence I think I've ever seen between Parker Kelly and Keaton Middleton there, and somehow the Avs didn't pay the price for it. But wow, that was disgusting.
That whole play made me want to throw up.
Just like things kept happening that made it worse and worse. The Avs earned an offensive bounce here. They've hit 3 posts tonight. Give me something. It's a nice save initially. Probably would have been goalie interference anyway.
I was just going to say the same thing. I'm like, get up.
No stick for the goalie. Find a shot. Find a shot. Kale fanned on it. Kale got it blocked. Couldn't quite tell what happened in front there. Great play. Like he just didn't get a ton on it. I mean, this is a great shift, but you need a goal. I can't be mad at that shift. That's a really good shift from your top line. You also had Kale shoot it 3 times, Lecky shoot it 1 time. So Nathan MacKinnon didn't even attempt a shot. I mean, it's a great stop, no doubt. But it's also Lecky gets maybe 60% of it and shoots it back into the goalie. Whew. Why? Why would you just ice the puck there? What the fuck was that? What? Can you get there? Not really. Straight out? No, they're saying deflected.
Kill him!
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of both, right? Thatcher Demko is playing well, and the Avs are making him look good. 2 things can be true. Okay, hurry up and drop the puck, please. What is taking so long here? Hey, Mac won one. Do something with it now. Another decent rebound there, but Avs just not quite finding it. Thing is, like, if they're playing like this, I think they'll get one. Just keep doing the good things. You'll be all right. It was that 15-minute lull where they were doing nothing right that you worry about. Where I'm just going to pretend that play never happened and we're never going to talk about it again. Okay? All right, cool, great. Everyone can be happy. Gone back to the point to Mac there, I think, but this works.
I kind of want to get.
I think that's kind of a chicken shit call. If they called it, maybe they didn't, but that was just two dudes running into each other. They're not even going to show the replay. Okay. Okay, it looks like they didn't call it. I don't really know what that whistle was for then. Icing, I guess. Weird.
The way I had Eric send me Kiviranta, I kind of want to have AJ send me Yikes.
Great save. All right. This period has gone by pretty quick. Use your speed. Fumble the puck all the way. And you don't even really get a possession at all, unfortunately. Nice play at your own blue line, though.
If I could make the logo that says DNVR Avalanche Podcast bigger, I would. But I can't. I also can't help but notice the burgundy and blue all over this layout. Just saying.
Right as I say this period is going fast, there's 3 whistles in a row in 7 seconds. Very fun. Very exciting. I love this. They're not even really a one-line team. Like, their best offensive line for the past 4 or 5 games has been their second line. Or the guys who play on their second line. Obviously, they get mashed together on the power play, but they're not a one-line team. They just, for some reason, either score 5+ in a night or 2 or less. They can't do 3. They're not allowed.
That commercial break seemed faster than usual.
Yeah, that is not a real commercial break. What were the Avs wingers doing there? You got to come in and help on a tied up puck like that. Can a forward shoot a puck this possession? Maybe? No. What about this possession? I mean, he shot it. He did shoot it. It didn't get to the net, and the goals average of it is about 0-1, and you gave up a 2-on-1 the other way. But he did shoot it. I don't know. This period has devolved into a really weird hockey game. It does not feel like a lot is happening for the Avs. They'll have sporadic good shifts, and then they'll spend 3 shifts like where it looks like they could be doing good things, but then they kind of just do whatever. Oh, we missed a fight.
Hell yeah!
Do we get a replay? Can we see if it was a decent fight? He's got like a spot of blood on his number. What's going on there?
No, they cut it off before it got good.
I mean, I don't think there was really much to it, but
I'm advocating for violence.
I'm advocating for a goal by the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, make sure you specify. It only takes one play. The Avs will get that play eventually. It feels like a lot of games that one play has just never happened for them as of late. But eventually the one play will happen and they'll tie the game, and then we'll see what happens from there.
How does that get all the way down the ice? That's crazy. It's just a little too individualistic right now, I think. You got to do a better job of finding your teammates, and your teammates need to do a better job of getting open. Both sides of that are true. Or Nathan MacKinnon can be insanely good and beat everyone? No, never. I mean, I don't know where this game ends up. The Avs certainly can't give up the next one. If Vancouver goes up 2-0, this game feels pretty over. But if the Avs get the next one, this game could open up big time. Dude, that's a crazy take. JT Compher has 5 more points than Colton in 10 more games. He is not worth the million more he's making than Ross. More than $1 million more he's making than Ross. That's crazy. He's also playing way more than Ross, too. That dude's getting like 17 minutes a night compared to Ross's 13. You don't want JT Compher over Ross Colton.
Jesse Compher supremacy always.
Definitely the best Compher. The Avs have had a lot of extended zone shifts. One of them's got to work out, right? Eventually, just by the law of averages. Okay, not if you shoot a wrist shot from the point with no one in front. Those won't work out very often. Nah, easy natural hat trick for Natchez in the third. Easy. Or just score right now, Marty. I'm down. You don't have to wait. Like he couldn't find the rebound at his feet there. No, Colton wasn't even close to that tip. Don't lie to me. Okay, yes, Gerard lost it at his feet. Got it. Understood. Why are we watching multiple replays of this? It's not an interesting play. 30 seconds left in a boring period. Last minute goal, a little no action. Get some jump going into the third. Nah, just turn it over at the blue line. It's fine. I mean, there's sort of time for one more rush. Okay, not if you bobble the pass, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you make of that period. It was just not particularly interesting, and Colorado wasn't nearly dangerous enough. Did they have a single real true high danger chance? How many high danger? Like, I'm trying to think of one high danger from the Avs in that period, and I can't. So, yeah, you need better offensively. No, they had the one, right? The one where Lecky should have scored. Was that this period or last period? That was this period, right? I'm not a crazy person. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Avs have to score a goal in the third. At least they've simplified things. They have to score. I'll be taking my break. I'll be back in a bit.
All right. Well, here's a funny little story. So, God, I'm going to say early 2000s, playing for the New York Rangers, MSG, world's most famous arena, the blue shirts, Broadway. It doesn't get any better than that. I tell you, folks, it was so fun to play for the Rangers. What a unique experience. And anyway, so one of those nights, it's like a January night, and we were struggling as a team, the New York Rangers that year. We didn't fare too good. We had a very high payroll, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. We just couldn't just, it just couldn't come together as a team. And for me personally too, it was not a very good season. So I was struggling. I was trying to hang on. I was desperately trying to stay in the league. And anyway, one of those nights, I want to say it was Tampa Bay. And we had a tough night. The old pesky Rangers lost. I want to say it was 8-1. It was a drubbing. It was bad. We didn't touch the puck. It was awful. And same thing. when the game ends, obviously I was married, and my wife Jill of 25 years, was at the game, and so after the game at MSG, you got to walk a little bit and go towards the green room to pick up your family. At the time, we had no kids, and so anyway, I was just walking there, and I was really, really mad, to be honest with you. I didn't talk to anybody, just put my suit on and went down to the green room, picked up my wife, and said, "All right, let's go." Well, probably, like I said, I didn't say a word. I just kind of nodded at her. We're out of here. And at MSG, it's a little complicated because it is, obviously in Manhattan, and then you have to go across the street, and then the parking garage is over there that the players use, and it's hard. It's complicated. It's like a valet system, and it takes forever. So again, that night was nothing different. It took forever to get the car. So you're talking a good 20-25 minutes by the time I picked her up in the green room, walked all the way to the parking garage, got in the car. We lived in the city there, not too far from MSG, and so there's a lot of traffic in New York City. If you've never been there, it's a little unique, it's a little crazy. So we hit a few lights, and finally my wife said, "Hey, honey, but at least you played well." And so I didn't say anything, and then I kind of looked at her, and I was like, "What'd you say?" She's like, "Well, I know you guys lost, and you're a team player, and I know you guys got killed, but hey, I thought you played really well, honey." And I looked at her, and I was in disbelief. And what I said to her after that, we still talk about it. Like, you're talking about 30 years later, but I looked at her and I said, "Honey, I was a healthy scratch. I was not dressed for this game." And that's why I was mad, because I was a healthy scratch. And her face was unbelievable. She felt so bad that she had no idea that I hadn't played, that was not dressed. But I tell you one thing, it was one of the best nights after that. We laughed, and that's what I needed. Just put things in perspective. And, I kind of left everything there at work. I didn't bring work home, and it was fun. And, we went out to eat, and I had a smile on my face, and that's exactly what the doctor had ordered. And but I tell you one thing, she won't live that one down, and she still doesn't. See, we're still talking about it. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. Love my wife, but at a hockey game, she had no idea. She never looked at anything. She never looked at what was going on. All she did was sit in the stands and talk with the other ladies and her friends and whoever was in town, and she never realized that I was never dressed.
Wahoo! I I think there's a pretty realistic world where the Avs end up winning this game, and I don't feel that bad about this game. Because really, they played a pretty good first. That second is pretty disappointing, though. Like, it's not the worst period of all time. It's just a team that wasn't dangerous at all. One high danger chance in the entire second period, a period that you trailed the majority of. It's not horrible hockey, but it's not good enough. You have to score to win games. As far as individuals, I mean, it's not going to be all that different from the first, really. Your top line is still super dominant possession wise. They just have nothing to show for it. Cale Makar is having a really good game. Your third line has still been your most effective line beyond your first. Your bottom pairing has gone the wrong way. Middleton and Malinsky were bad that period. And your fourth line is actually kind of getting their heads kicked in a little bit. But I don't know. I think the Avs get a goal this time. I just have a feeling that they're going to get the answer goal. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I think they tie it up in the third here. No, the Avs can't get Marner. I mean, Manson has made some bad puck decisions for sure, but the bottom pairing of Middleton and Malinsky has been markedly worse than your second pairing of Manson and Girard. Yeah, pretty much everyone in range of the Avs lost tonight. Minnesota lost, Calgary lost. I think Winnipeg won, but they're like out of reach anyway, right? So who cares? Who else was losing? Someone else was losing. I guess it was Edmonton and they won, but also not really that big of a deal. Dallas is losing right now to Anaheim. Long way to go there, though. Malinsky's 26. He's not that young. Oh, wow. The Zamboni just leaked all over the crease. Sick. Surely this won't take 10 minutes to fix.
Surely this won't take another 18 minutes.
I don't know. Those look like a lot of routine saves to me, except for the Lecky one. Like, if there's anything I've learned about the NHL in the last couple of years, you're never stuck with anything. if you really want to get out of something, you can. All right. You got to score at least one in this period, Avs. Can you do it? I mean, it's a shot. Better than not shooting. You do that 20 to 30 more times this period, and you'll score a goal. See how quickly Vancouver goes into the turtle here. I am curious if they continue to try and be aggressive for that second goal or not. Which they won't go into a turtle right away, obviously, but they get inside 10 minutes before they really lock it down. Nice play by Parson in there defensively. Middlestat working behind the net. Couldn't quite keep the zone there, but the Avs do come away with possession, so that's fine. Good breakout by Gerard. Kitty just kind of fell over there. It didn't even look like there was that much contact. Okay, another good zone entry. But Vancouver quick to pin them on the boards, and the Avs aren't coming away from the battles clean to start this period. They're going to have to find a way to either create space or win those battles, one of the two. I mean, Middleton just committed ridiculous interference, but they're not going to call it because it's a one-goal game in the third period. Manson has an LBI. Great. Love that for us. Damn, bro. You should seek help. Don't hurt yourself. Well, that was some camera work. I don't even know what happened. Oh, can Mac win an O-zone face-off? He won the D-zone one. He kind of won it off his own foot, so he lost it. Tough out here. There are indeed two Elias Petterssons. I mean, they both pronounce it differently, so it's even weirder. Yeah, you're in the territory of you don't care how it goes in. As long as it goes in legally, you will take it if you're the Avs. That was offside. Out of play anyway, so whatever, but... Ooh. Man, if the Avs could score goals based on skating fast, they'd have 1 billion goals. They'd be the best ever. Bednar's still rolling the lines, so he hasn't really shortened the bench yet. He might just roll him. I don't know, to be honest. He's usually not afraid to throw his depth out there for ozone faceoffs and stuff, too. Interesting. A Malinsky-Girard pairing there. So, Malinsky getting the pseudo promotion with Manson out. I guess you can't reasonably play Middleton up in the lineup, really. So I guess they kind of have to do it that way, unless you're double shifting Makar or Taves or something. All right. Top line initially won a battle down low, gets you a possession, but you just blind pass it away. Avs not creating space, and like Vancouver's doing a good job of blocking up the space, but the Avs aren't creating it or aren't working to find the space. And this was a disaster of a play that they've gotten away with so far. Can things go the other way? Like, can that type of a play not going in for Vancouver give the Avs a little bit of jump? Have them find the answer goal because of it? Okay, well, the last 90 seconds, the Avs have been a disaster with the puck. So you got to stop that immediately, or this game's not going to end very interesting. It feels like even when the Avs make a good play, the follow-up isn't there right now. I don't know that it's panic necessarily, but it does not feel like they're making the right puck decisions. Yeah, I mean, this could be Vancouver could have significantly more goals, but so could the Avs, right? Like the Avs have hit 3 posts in this game too. It's just the Avs didn't quite have the finish in the first period, and then Vancouver has probably been the better team for the last 30 minutes, for at least most of the last 30 minutes. But they only managed to find one to go, but that's one more than the Avs. What's up, Willie? And we've got Miles Wood fighting again. LOC is in there too. Can't really. I know it looked like Wood had his gloves off. I can't tell if anyone else did, though. I mean, I need them to actually do hockey things other than fight, but at least they're emotionally engaged if they're throwing hands. Yeah, I am expecting a Vancouver power play, but we'll see what actually shakes out. So far, NHL.com is showing an Avs power play, but I don't think that's accurate. The only power play in the box score is Pedersen for a minor against Wood, but there's no way Wood's getting out of that with nothing called on him, so we'll see. Yeah, now it's saying 4-on-4. No, now it's saying Canucks power play, even though the only penalty listed is Pedersen, so I have no idea. Let's see. It is indeed a Canucks power play. So that's fun. All right. Gotta kill it. Game is over if you don't, so figure it out. Great job by Blackwood.
Boys are feisty.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're good. Just do that a bunch more, Blackwood. Make all the stops. You could have called a trip there. I'm just saying. I know they won't, but you could have. Another setup for Vancouver here. Ooh, they fumbled the puck. Oh, Miles might have had something if he waited a second there, and he didn't even. So you're face off in your own zone. Well, run Jack Drury out there. Try to win a face off. right? You did, in fact, win the face-off. It was ugly, but kills an extra 20 seconds for you. Yeah, clock is definitely a factor. The Avs got to get it in a hurry if they can survive this penalty kill, which they can't. How do you give up a 2-on-1 on the penalty? I don't understand. I do not understand how you give up a 2-on-1 on the penalty kill. Is that Drury that's sleeping on the backside? Well, this game's over. Unfortunate. Oh, what a boring friggin' game again, man. The Avs losses lately have just been so boring. They don't do anything. They played 15 minutes of good hockey, had a couple grade A chances that they got stoned on, hit a couple posts, and then they spent 30 minutes doing nothing. It's just so unfun. Get it back? At least make the last 10 minutes interesting? No. Wow, they can't even get it on net. That's hilarious, actually. I mean, bad call or not, it's whatever. Like, you have to find a way to be effective, and you give up a 2-on-1 on a penalty kill. You're not playing well. You're down 1-0 in the third period of a game. You're not playing well. The Avs' recent losses. It felt like they played pretty well, and the puck maybe didn't go in for them, or they didn't get the bounces. Tonight they played well for 15 minutes and then didn't play well enough in the second period. Haven't played well enough in the third period. This is not the Avs played well and it didn't go for them. Even if that is true for the first period, for the last 30 minutes they've gotten beat. Vancouver deserves to be up. Uh, my stats certainly agree. It's like the Avs were significantly outchanced in the second period, 6-1 high dangers for Vancouver. Uh, and then so far this period, the Avs have generated 0 dangerous. I guess it's not updated yet, so I'll hold off for the third period stats because I don't know. But the Avs definitely got outplayed in the second period. I don't see any other way you could put it.
Thought from yesterday's show, Rudo, since you guys weren't live, but I was checking in on chat. When you guys were talking about when you and Charlie were talking about captaincy and who could take it after Landeskog, some chat mentioned Devon Taves, I think for the reason that Charlie was suggesting, and that, like, he's not maybe like the superstar, but he is, like, very much a presence. So just wanted to get your thoughts on that since we weren't live for that show.
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely a guy who will probably wear an A. I mean, he's already wearing an A now that Mikko's gone, right? So, but no, it's Kale. There is no thought needed because it's Kale. Wow, that was interference for sure. All right, do something fun. You're not going to win, but you can do something fun still. You absolutely can use analytics to lay out how a team is playing. That's the whole point of analytics. And right now, it's pretty clear. When the Avs win, it's because they're scoring at a high rate. When the Avs lose, it's because they're not scoring at all. It's not that they can't score, because in the games they win, they regularly score 5 or 6. It's that they can't do that consistently, and they can't consistently get their floor to 3 goals. Their floor is 0 or 1 since January 1st. One game that they've lost have they scored more than 2 goals in. When teams shut them down, when the puck doesn't go in for them, they're not battling through it. They're not finding a way to get that next chance, to generate that next quality opportunity, to break through and get a goal when it isn't just going in for them. Oh, that did not feel good for Logan. Popped right back up, though. Band on the shot. At times tonight, it felt like the Avs just didn't know what to do with the puck in the offensive zone. Wow, you called that? It's kind of chintzy. And they played a replay instead of showing whatever chaos this was. You saw the start of it, which, by the way, this Vancouver should get an extra 2 here. They absolutely came up to wood and started whatever this was. That hit's fine. I don't know why Altitude keeps replaying it. There's no problem with that hit. Yeah, guy runs into Wood, and Wood gives him a little extra tap, and then everyone on Vancouver comes in and jumps Avs. I mean, that's whatever. The game's over anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter, but that shit happens all fucking game, where dudes give guy a little extra tap after the whistle or whatever. Let's see. So Miles Wood's stat line for the game is going to be 15 penalty minutes in 9 minutes of hockey with 1 block and 1 hit. That's impressive.
Don't hurt
It's
his
impressive
beautiful
stuff.
face.
Wow, he did cross-check Ross right in the head there, didn't he?
Not the beautiful face.
Oh my god, just throw everyone out. Let's go. Let's end this game. This game has
My mouse
been
just died, chat, so I won't be able to
on rails.
do time
On
for a second.
rails to end 2-0. The second Vancouver scored that power play goal, this game has only one ending. Let's end it. What do you want to bet, Ryan, that the Avs don't make the playoffs? Because I'll take that bet. Whatever you want to bet, I will bet the Avs make the playoffs. I think it's definitely fair to say, as currently constructed, they can't win the cup, but I'm not worried about this team making the playoffs. They'll do that easily. Yeah, I don't see how that was a penalty either, but it's all good. Did he get a 10-minute? That's fun. Get that penalty total up as high as you can, Miles. Make it interesting.
Anytime the Avs are losing, we have to talk about that.
About what?
Bednar getting fired.
I've stopped even acknowledging it. It's just silliness. Wow, they gave Vancouver a 4-minute power play out of it? I don't quite understand how you get to that result. Not that it, again, doesn't matter. Game was over anyway, but just weird. mean, dude just hit Kale super late. I don't care if you're gonna call penalties or whatever. Just please don't let Avs players get hacked in half. I don't want our players getting hurt. I'm so confused. I mean, I don't know. Chad always likes to live in the moment. It's all good. This game isn't fun. The problem is obvious. When the Avs can't put the puck in the back of the net, they don't win. And when they don't put the puck in the back of the net far too often for the first 20 to 30 minutes of the game, they either get frustrated and start doing cute stuff, or they just kind of give up on offense entirely. They've got to find better ways to persevere when the puck doesn't go in the net for them. Wow. Kelly's stick just blew up off the face-off. It's why the Philly game the other day was super encouraging, because it was a 0-0 game. The Avs hadn't found great offense, but they were still able to find a way to get the first goal, and then they got a second follow-up goal too, and it felt like, okay, even if things don't start great for the Avs, they found a way to figure it out and win a game. And then they just go right back to it, where the puck didn't go in for them in the first period of this game, and the offense just shut down. I mean, is it an undisciplined team, or is it just an undisciplined Miles Wood? Kind of just one guy, right? Oh, that's funny. Vancouver's not even going to score on this 5-on-3. Oh my God, run the clock, please. What are we doing? Are the Avs losing because of a lack of discipline, or are they losing because they've scored 0 goals? You cannot win a hockey game if you've scored no goals. All right, Vancouver might win the game, but they didn't score on the 5-on-3, so who's winning really? You can win in the shootout, and you know what you have to do to win in a shootout? Score a goal.
You have to score 2 goals.
No, only one. Unless you mean in this game, in which case, yeah, they would have to score
Yeah,
two.
that's what I mean.
But, even if it doesn't count on the scoreboard, you do have to score a goal in the shootout to win, which it technically does then count on the scoreboard if you win, even though you don't get credited for it because shootouts are stupid. But you do still have to score a goal. Yeah. PK was pretty darn good tonight. They gave up one, but on the whole, PK did their jobs. I mean, yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda for sure. The Avs shoulda, coulda had 3 goals pretty easily tonight, but they didn't. And it is disappointing to see them fail to respond when the puck goes in or when the puck doesn't go in, instead of working hard, continuing to stick with it, and eventually earn that goal. They came out in the second, got cooked, and were never able to get themselves in the game. Empty net. So is this game going to end 3-0 or 3-1? I don't think it stays 2-0. In other news, the Avs have 4 shots on goal in this period. Pretty bad. That was almost a cool play from McKinnon. It was almost pretty cool. Well, maybe there's a chance it ends 2-0. Vancouver doesn't look particularly interested in tracking down pucks, but on the other hand, the Avs could just give them a free goal at any time. Yeah, I mean, at 5v5 through the second and third periods, since you had the penalty, and now it's 6-on-5, the Avs generated 2 high danger chances at 5v5 in the second and third periods. That's nothing. That is just simply not dangerous hockey. I actually didn't think Natchez was any good tonight. Blackwood was good. He gave the Avs a chance. They just didn't do anything with it. I mean, the top line possessed the puck well, but Natchez was part of the problem with overpassing tonight. He was not shooting the puck enough. I know he hit the post once, but there was too much indecision with the puck, and he was part of that problem. Okay, 40 more seconds of pain, and then we can go talk about it for an hour. They got 0 shots on goal on that shift, by the way. 3-0 it is. Yeah, I mean, I'll save it for the post game, but it's not fun. It's not fun watching the Avs lose games where they don't score goals. It's not like these are grinded out games where the Avs are super close to doing that or the other thing. They played 2 periods where they were just clearly not the better team tonight. So it is what it is. They lost. We'll talk about it. We'll see you in the post game in a bit, probably like 15 to 20 minutes. Talk to you there.
We all silly like the mayor.